Hello and welcome back to our HIP Roman Restoration campaign. In our last episode, we successfully fought off the Mongol Empire, which actually wasn't that much of a challenge, so we did lose one battle in the process. But our destroying their armies apparently also contributed, well, probably contributed to them losing the big old independence revolt they had going on at the same time, so a lot of these people in here are now free of the Mongol yoke. Though maybe they were benevolent rulers, who knows? Probably not if they were trying to get independent, if I had to guess. But other than that, we are kind of still stalled on the Aztec Empire. We can't plot to kill the Emperor because he has a big opinion bonus with his vassals, though the good news is that that's because one of my vassals is conquering some land from him. We are trying to plot to kill the King of Hungary in the hopes of getting some claims over there, but I think we are going to do something else to try and speed up the general restoration here, which is to sort of skip ahead a little bit and start pre-conquering some of Britain before we officially get to that tier. And I've come up with kind of a convoluted scheme to do this in a relatively neat way, which is that we are going to build a bunch of castles. We have quite a lot of money right now to build them with. Build a bunch of castles, invite claimants to the English duchies that exist, which is quite a few of them, or probably all of them, almost. We invite the claimants, grant the castles to the claimants, and then just press the claims. So it's not the neatest way to do it, because then we're going to end up with, say, a Duke of Sussex or whatever, or York, holding a random castle in France, or wherever we build the castles, but I think it is going to be beneficial to us in speeding up this campaign a bit. So let's go ahead and look around to see where we can actually build castles. Actually, it looks like many, or perhaps even all, of our counties here are built up. It is pretty late in the game. Here's one. Okay, we can let's get one started here. We could probably build cities or bishoprics as well. I think it would probably work just the same, but I kind of want to avoid any possible complications. So we'll just stick to castles if we can. Okay, here's another one. Actually, I know we have some counties up in this region which are pretty empty, or at least were, so we should be able to get quite a few built over here. That's 3 castles. We might build, say, 5 to start with. 6, maybe. Oh, we already are building one there, that's fine. The reason I can't build some in some of these counties is because if there's a castle there already and there isn't a city and a temple, you can't build another castle until you have one of each holding type, in case you're not familiar with that mechanic. I guess we can build one here, so that one takes a bit longer. Gonna look around in Anatolia. Probably unlikely to find much in the way of unbuilt holding slots. Okay, here's another one. I think this is 4, I've kind of lost count already. We might have some down here in Africa. All of these counties in the desert are unlikely to be useful to us. Can only build a bishopric there. I probably should have scouted this out between episodes and picked the locations in advance, but I hope this won't take too much longer. Okay, this is going to be expensive because it's the 5th holding slot, but that's okay. And I think we'll just do one more. I said 5, but let's go for 6. This is going to be very expensive, but I guess we'll do it. Alright, so let's unpause. I don't think there's much point in us inviting claimants right now. We'll just wait until the castles are built and invite them as we have the titles to grant. In the meantime, we will keep an eye on the Aztec War with our vassal, or vassal of a vassal. Oh no! Our amazing heir, Porphyrius, has died of pneumonia. So now we have a new heir. Let's see, he's born in the purple, but we could get one of our older children in line instead if we grant them the relevant honorary title, so he's probably not a good choice. Yeah, he's probably better. Of course, we probably have younger sons that would be even better. We'll just deal with the current heir for the moment, I suppose. We probably should take over his education, though. Unfortunately, it's going to annoy our vassal despot here. But it's got to be done, I think. We do have another son who needs an education, actually. Could do this ourselves. Is this the next eldest son? I think it is, so we should take over his education too. So it's still 42% in favor of our vassal. Hopefully he kills the Aztec army there at some point as well. That would be pretty good. Alright, so our income is still pretty positive. Though we are still reinforcing some of this. Okay, an errant subject has been converted, which is good news. Our cousin Porphyrius has come of age, become a skilled tactician. Ooh, now we got 10,000 almost Aztec troops over here. The rest of my sons are nowhere near the abilities of Porphyrius, the late Porphyrius. He knew how to handle a sword and would have been a great courtier after my death. Yes, okay. Maybe my wife can give me another son, or we can say I have other sons, maybe one of them can be worthy. So, Kairos. Is he our current heir? He's not. A younger son. We can have him possibly gain Brave, but most likely gain Craven? I guess we'll just visit our wife in the bedchamber. That doesn't seem like a gamble that's worth taking. My wife is pregnant, but she better give birth to a decent son this time, else she may accidentally fall down from a tower. That seems harsh. I know it was nothing wrong with me. The Empress will gain the trait Stressed, and with good cause, I think. We have lost a point of domain size. I think that is because of her gaining Stressed. I thought it might have reduced her stewardship, but I guess we lost some stewardship some other way. She apparently didn't even gain it. Lately, Thrace is becoming renowned throughout the world for the quality of its hummus. Travelers will even go there to sample fresh hummus. These erudite hummus connoisseurs would then gauge the quality of hummus made in various regions of the province, comparing taste, texture, and compatibility with pita bread, among other things. So we get extra tax in Thrace, which is good. It looks like the Aztec army is indeed getting beaten. So this should give our vassal enough war score to end this war. It looks like a major enough battle that it would be worth, well, maybe not 58%, but pretty close. Oh wow. That was much less than I was expecting. We should be able to win the follow-up battle too, and him wiping out the Aztec armies is good in and of itself. Okay, our wife is pregnant. As expected. My son is not ready for a fief of his own. have an increasingly long autosave. And Carinthia is no longer considered a de jure part of Germania. So the de jure empire expands further. I have nobody else willing to join our plot against Hungary, unfortunately. Still 60% here. I think he's just about to... or he is in the process of sieging the last holding here, so he should get ticking war score pretty soon. Kinda wish he would just assault it. And some other holdings. I think he has the men for it. Oh no, wait. I'm looking at the max troops, not the actual troops that are there. He may not have the men for it. Our truce with the Duke of Middle Anglia is about to run out, but that doesn't really do anything for us. War never changes. It doesn't. Jesus save us all. We can say our cause is true in this war, though. Humans are bastards. We'll just say our cause is true. This is the peasant revolt that's going on over here, which I think, now that I look at it, we may actually have to deal with ourselves. To be able to raise Carinthia's army here. Let's just immediately disband half of it. And we'll go take care of them. Alright, we had a daughter with a powerful voice. And we have another son who needs to be educated. So we'll give him to... I guess most of our kings are okay. We'll give him to that one. And we'll go attack this army even though we're crossing a strait. Didn't make much of a difference. Okay. And now that we're at peace, we have the option to duel our rivals again, but I think we'll hold off on doing that. I don't really want to risk dying. I would have been much more willing to if our previous heir had lived. Since inheriting as him a little bit early wouldn't be so bad. We had a granddaughter born. Okay, we have a castle that's finished in 2 counties. So let's look for 2 claimants to invite. I guess we'll start in the south maybe, or we'll just start with the largest duchies that exist. Mercia, so there's a female ruler in charge, that means we can press a weak claim. We don't need to bother looking for a strong one, though if we can get a strong one I guess that would be better. I guess Franz here will be the best choice. We'll set these people as special interest as well. Make sure we keep track of them. Probably unset the other people here because I don't necessarily need to keep track of these people anymore. I don't even remember why we were keeping track of them in the first place. Right, so we invited a claimant to Mercia. I guess we'll do York. That's not the right thing. We have to go to here and look for claimants. So with an adult male in charge, if we can get a strong claimant, that would be great. And we do have a strong claimant. Do we have a better strong claimant? He's actually pretty good. We'll probably just choose him. Okay, so that's 2 claimants so far for 2 castles. We're going to be temporarily over our domain limit for the time being. That's another castle, so we'll find another claimant. I guess we'll take Northumberland. How old are you? 13, so we have a few years to press a claim up there. Even if it's a weak claim. There's Narbonne, and a weak claim on Northumberland. He also has a claim on Northumberland. Which one of you is younger? You are, so we'll invite you. Okay, so we have our first 2 claimants. Let's see, where is this one? That's down here, we'll grant him this. He should stay our direct vassal, but even if he doesn't, I think we can still press his claim. We'll grant him this castle. He did remain our direct vassal, okay. And we have our second claimant, I believe, to York. We'll grant him... Where is this one? Oh, over here. Okay. And our third claimant should arrive. Oh, 2 more castles, so we also need to invite 2 more claimants. So I think we did York and Northumberland. Northumberland, York, and Mercia. So let's do, I guess, Norfolk. We would prefer to have a strong claimant here if at all possible, because otherwise we can't press his claim immediately. Maybe we'll try a different duchy. Again, we'll need a strong claimant. And we have one. And we need one more. We can try Cornwall, maybe? Oh, he's also the Duke of York, so maybe that would be a little messy. We'll just get one that's independent. Oxford, no claimants. What other duchies do we even have here? Oh, Middle Anglia, we just ended our truce with him recently. No claimants at all. Okay. Anyone else then? I think some of these are just independent counts. You are a double count. We might have done every available duchy in that case. Well, maybe we'll see if there's a claimant to Cornwall. They will have to press it against that duke in 2 separate wars. He's got claimants on all kinds of things. Or claims. Cornwall and York. Ah, he has a strong claim on Cornwall. And on York. Okay, so I'm gonna have to remember that this guy, I want to press his claim for Cornwall rather than York. That's okay. And with one more, we need another claimant for another duchy. So we'll grant him wherever this one is. Oh, this is up here, okay. And this guy can get this castle down here. And this guy who's we're gonna get to press his claim on Cornwall, we can give this castle in Spain. Okay, I think we have one more castle. And we need one more claimant. And there might not be another good duchy title available. Lancaster doesn't exist. Let's look at the de jure duchies and see if we can find it easier that way. Does the Duchy of Wessex exist? Nope. Elmet does exist. Ah, it's under Munster, I see. Any claimants to this? We would again need a strong claimant. Ideally. It's this one we're looking for. All of these are weak claimants. I think that was you. Well, I guess we'll just give it to a person with a weak claim and hope that we can press it at some point in the future. This guy's a genius, so let's give it to him. And where was this castle, so we can keep track of things? Up here, okay. Alright, so we have 6 claimants as vassals. We should be able to press most of their claims. There's, I think, at least one with a weak claim, if I was keeping track correctly, that we won't be able to press right now, but I think we'll just go ahead and declare all the other wars that we can declare. Okay, so I guess we probably had some claimants in our realm already, but now we know for sure that some of them are landed. In fact, we had a count and a duke in here already, but we'll go with our newly appointed vassal. We have 2 entries for him. Oh, this is for the county. Well, obviously we want the duchy. We will declare on York. We're not going to be able to declare for Cornwall at the same time because it would be on the same character. We'll just do York first, though. These are 2 different people. Okay, let me see here. He has strong claims on York and Cornwall, and the same. Okay. Well, I guess it doesn't matter then. We'll just claim York on his behalf. We had Norfolk, which we are not able to press a claim on. I guess that was one person with a weak claim. We don't have anyone with a claim on this. I guess that's also a weak claim. We can claim Mercia on your behalf. And was that all? Oh, there was Munster as well. I think that was also a weak claim, though. Can't declare war on him because we have no valid CB. Let me just check some of these people. We had the claim on Mercia, we declared on them. Claim declared on York. He has Northumberland, which I don't think we declared on. We did declare on, never mind. You have Surrey. Aha, I think we missed you, maybe? Claim Surrey for that character. Okay, I think that's everything that we can do right now. The others are weak claims or the second war against the same duke for the other duchy. Elmet is the one that's held by Munster, which we will need to wait for an opportunity to press that. Okay, let's get troops raised and transported across. Honestly, just the army of France might be enough all by itself. Can we raise Lorraine's army on the coast somewhere? Apparently we can't. Maybe we'll bring up the army from Lusitania. And between those two, that should be more than enough. So hopefully we can get a decent amount of land here. And once we have the vassal dukes, we can press their de jure claims on other characters as well if they don't already control the whole duchy, which will allow us to expand a little bit further even beyond these initial conquests. Okay, we'll have to land you before we can split this army. That's fine. You land over here. We're taking an amphibious landing, which is not ideal, but I think we have more than enough troops to handle it. Try to avoid attrition here. Again, we didn't have full morale there, but that should be okay. We captured Sheriff Henry of Dunwich. Okay, so we gained a little war score. We're actually taking some attrition here still, thanks to a low supply limit. Let's take a few thousand out of there. Just keep them in a neighbouring county. There are some relatively large armies over here, so maybe we want to actually bring a few more troops across. We can just have our retinue cross over and help out, I guess. But we are out of time for this episode, so we'll leave it here for now and hopefully complete these conquests in the next one. So thanks for watching, and join me again then.